First Sunday of Advent, Year A. A reading from the book of Isaiah. The word which Isaiah the son of Amoz saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem, it shall come to pass in the latter days that the mountain of the house of the Lord shall be established as the highest of the mountains, and shall be raised above the hills, and all the nations shall flow to it. And many people shall come and say, Come, let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of the God of Jacob, that he may teach us his ways, and that we may walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the law, and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. He shall judge between the nations, and shall decide for many peoples, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war any more. O house of Jacob, come, let us walk in the light of the Lord. The word of the Lord. Thanks be to God. Let our response be, I rejoiced when I heard them say, Let us go to God's house. I rejoiced when I heard them say, Let us go to God's house. And now our feet are standing within your gates, O Jerusalem. I rejoiced when I heard them say, Let us go to God's house. Jerusalem is built as a city strongly compact. It is there that the tribes go up, the tribes of the Lord. I rejoiced when I heard them say, Let us go to God's house. For love of my brethren and friends, I say peace upon you. For love of the house of the Lord, I will ask for your good. I rejoiced when I heard them say, Let us go to God's house. A reading from the letter of St. Paul to the Romans. Brethren, you know what hour it is, how it is full time now for you to wake from sleep. For salvation is nearer to us now than when we first believed. The night is far gone, the day is at hand. Let us then cast off the works of darkness and put on the armor of light. Let us conduct ourselves becomingly as in the day, not in reveling and drunkenness, not in debauchery and licentiousness, not in quarreling and jealousy, but put on the Lord Jesus Christ and make no provision for the flesh to gratify its desires. The word of the Lord. Thanks be to God. Alleluia, 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 alleluia. Let us see, O Lord, your mercy and give us your saving help. Alleluia, 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 alleluia. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew. Jesus said to his disciples, As were the days of Noah, so will be the coming of the Son of Man. For as in those days before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, until the day when Noah entered the ark. And they did not know until the flood came and swept them all away. So will be the coming of the Son of Man. Then 2 men will be in the field. One is taken and one is left. 2 women will be grinding at the mill. One is taken and one is left. Watch therefore, for you do not know on what day your Lord is coming. But know this, that if the householder had known in what part of the night the thief was coming, he would have watched and would not have let his house be broken into. Therefore you also must be ready, for the Son of Man is coming at an hour you do not expect. The Gospel of the Lord. Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ. Today we begin our yearly pilgrimage through the events of history of salvation, starting with our preparation for the birthday celebration of Jesus and ending with our reflection on his glorious second coming as Judge at the end of the world. We are entering the Advent season. Advent means coming. We are invited to meditate on Jesus' first coming in history as a baby in Bethlehem. His daily coming into our lives in mystery. Through the sacraments, through the Bible, and through the worshipping community. And finally, his second coming, parousia, at the end of the world, to reward the just and to punish the wicked. We see the traditional signs of Advent in our church: violet vestments and hanging dried flowers or plain green plants and the Advent wreath. These signs remind us that we must prepare for the rebirth of Jesus in our hearts and lives, enabling Him to radiate His love, mercy, compassion, and forgiveness through and all around us. In the first reading, Isaiah describes his prophetic vision of all nations making a pilgrimage to Jerusalem, affirming their faith in the one true God. Today's responsorial psalm is one of the songs of ascent, the joyous hymns originally sung as pilgrims journey to the temple in Jerusalem. They prepare us for our yearly pilgrimage. The second reading, Paul exhorts the Roman Christian community to get ready to meet Jesus in his second coming by discharging their duties properly and by freeing themselves from their former pagan lifestyle of jealousy and rivalry. We too are challenged to make spiritual preparations for Christ's birth in our lives. Today's Gospel, Jesus warns us of the urgency of vigilant preparation for His coming on our part, that we may meet Him as our judge both at the end of our lives on earth and on the day of the last judgment, when He comes in His glory. Jesus reminds us that the unrepentant, ill-prepared evil people were destroyed by the flood in the time of Noah, and that a thief will be able to break in and plunder the precious belongings of an ill-prepared household. Using additional examples later, Jesus repeats his warning for us to be vigilant and well prepared all the time, doing the will of God by loving others.